Okay, we're on Bechorot, Perek Vav, Mishnah Yud Bet. In the last Mishnah, we outlined, the Mishnah concluded and said, okay, Al Elu Mumin Shochdin et Bechor. Okay, meaning all these mumin, all these blemishes that we've learned until now in this chapter, they're mumin, they're blemishes upon which, because of which you can slaughter the Bechor. Wherever it is, it's not considered a Baal Mum, and therefore the Kohen, you give it to the Kohen cannot slaughter it, and he can eat it. Okay, but there is a list of other mumin, of lesser mumin, lesser blemishes, that you can't slaughter lo b'medina, but the Mishnah says, Elu she'en shochatin alehem, lo b'migdash lo b'medina. There are some list of blemishes that you can't slaughter, okay, lo b'migdash lo medina, meaning in the migdash, meaning you can't slaughter, you can't bring it as a korban. V'lo b'medina, meaning if it's not enough of a mum to say that it's about mum, and therefore you can slaughter it in b'medina, I mean not in the Beit HaMikdash, and the Kohen can eat it. Lo b'migdash, it's not good enough. You can only bring in the most choice, the most pure of animals, and this one has a mum, has a blemish. Okay, but v'lo b'medina, let's read the Bartunura. She'enam mumim kvuim lafgia kedusha, but they're not permanent mum, permanent blemishes to remove their sanctity. Rather, you leave them until they get another blemish, and then you can slaughter them. So they're like in between, betwixt in between. And you can't slaughter in the Beit HaMikdash, you can't offer them as korbanot, but you can't also slaughter them in the Medina, you just have to wait. Chavarvad, remember chavarvad means white spots. We learned chavarvad, white spots in the eye. I want to make sure that's correct. Okay, they're not permanent. They're not permanent white spots. And remember the tear ducts we learned back in Mishnah Gimel, right? But the tear ducts, it's constant tearing, but it's not kavua. It goes and comes. V'chitav ha'pinimiyot shenifkemu. Chitav, we're learning the Bartunura. He says the inner teeth shenifkemu, that were blemished, that were chipped in some way. Avalo shenekru, but this is really important words, but not the ones that were uprooted. I just want to make sure the Kahati says, right? Okay, because if they're ne'ekru, if the teeth are pulled out, ne'ekar, then that's a baal mum. Ubal garav. Garav is a kind of shchin. Okay, but the Bartunura, min shchin lach mibachutz u'mipnim. It's a kind of shchin is boiled. Okay, that's okay. And so garab that we talked about, that this is wet, like a wet kind of boil, not a dry one. Ubal yabelet. Yabelet is a wart. Okay, it's a wart in the eye, in the white of the eye. When we said a wart is a mum, but this one ain basir, it doesn't have hair in it. Ubal chazazit. Chazazit is a kind of a growth. Hard to explain. So if we look at the Jastro, chazazit, it says is a lichen. And I deal with it in Masechet Sukkah. It talks about like an etrog has a like scabs, chazazit. And we know what the chazazit, like the moss on it. But he talks about, okay, Bechorot, in our Mishnah, an animal afflicted with lichen. Somehow the animal has chazazit, has these scabs on them. Okay? Bizaken, or it's older, v'choler, it's sick, umizuham, it smells. Or somebody did an avera with it. Usually avera means some kind of bestiality, some kind of prohibited sin. An animal that killed a person, whether it's through one witness or through the bali. Meaning, if it was two witnesses, the animal would have been stoned to death. But if it's one witness, or the owner himself knows, and there's no baiting, there's no punishment for the animal, but it's still not considered usable. It's not considered usable. You can't slaughter it at the Beit HaMikdash. It's not a baal mum and it's not a baal mum to slaughter it in the Medina outside. The tumtum androgynous. Tumtum has both sima name and it has both sexual organs. Androgynous, it is neither one. It's you don't know which one it is. I want to make sure that's androgynous. It has both. I got it wrong. Okay, tumtum is one without either, and androgynous is one with both sexual organs. So in both those cases, is it a zachar or not? So it says the Mishnah, lo b'mikdash and lo b'medina, and all of those, it's neither in the Mikdash or the Medina. Rabbi Shmuel omer ein mum gadol mizeh. Rabbi Shmuel says, tumtum and androgynous, that's the greatest one there is, because therefore you can shecht it and you can eat it, but it has the din of a bechor baal mum, and therefore but you can't shear it, you can't work it. It's a bechor, but it's a baal mum. You can slaughter it. But chachamim say no. Eino Bechor. It's not a male. It's its own min. We've discussed this before. Tumtum and androgynous. Since it has either both sexual organs or neither sexual organ, okay, either way, neither sexual organ, tumtum or androgynous, both, therefore it's not a male, therefore it's not a bechor. Ela nigzaz v'ne'ava. You can work it and you can shear it, and you don't have to slaughter it at all. It doesn't have the din of a bechor. We'll stop here. Dedicate our learning. Remember, my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.